Good morning, it's Barbara. It's going to be balmy today. It's going to be 60. Yeah. But probably some rain. Happy December 2nd, Advent Day 2. Good morning, it's Barbara. Happy CoronaVlogmas Day 2, December 2nd. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I just took a little video of the girls getting their treats because Dennis was enticing them and gonna do treats. I'm like, I have treats, but anyway, so they got extra treats. I'll put that piece of video right here. I'm doing this all out of order because Dennis is promising the dogs treats, but you know, it's puppy advent time. So here's 2 days. He's getting Maisie down the stairs. She loves to hang out upstairs waiting for Aura to come down. So day 2 of the dog's advent. Oh, it looks like the same as day 1. Gingerbread, stockings, gingerbread tree, gingerbread, not sure what that is, and a bear or a person or something. I have 2 treats for them. Come on. Nope, I'm the treat lady. I had the advent. You weren't even here for the advent. Now you can smell them in my hand, can't you? All right, can you sit? Pearl, can you come and sit? Pearl, come and sit. Come and sit. Dennis is working on treats too, which is why she's torn. Good girl. You get 2. And Pearl gets 2. Usually Pearl gets hers first. There you go. All right, happy Advent. Now you can go vulture Dennis because he's doing that now. He's got to give you treats too. This is a very treat-heavy morning. Because, of course, Advent time. But anyway, that's what I gave them. But they already got theirs today. But I haven't had mine today. I'm wearing my Advent cowl from last year? Not sure. So it's Advent time. I have a little something something on day 2 from Megan. And I have a something something. This is the yarn. So for those who are new, I do an Advent swap with my friend Megan in New Zealand. So she has already opened hers, and I didn't look on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram nearly as much as, you know, I maybe should be. I don't know. Is there a should with Instagram? I'm not sure. But anyway, I took pictures of everything I sent her. So this is what I sent her for day 2. I hope she likes it. She's doing an Advent swap with Leslie of the Not Quite Enough Yarn podcast, and they exchanged sweets or goodies, food things, you know, and I'm sure they tried to get things that weren't available in the other country because Leslie's in the UK. All right, so this is Donegal tweed. She has a little tag on it. If there was a tag on the tissue yesterday, I did not see it, and the tissue went in the trash. But yesterday's yarn had the stellina in it. And so this is Donegal tweed. 85% superwash merino and 15% nip. Oh. Ooh, she has a fancy, this is her, Auntie Nana NZ. Fancy labels, lady. Very fancy labels that I'm ripping because that's what she's holding it together. Okay, so she dyes yarn, and so she this year she said it's a little bit of an experiment on the differences that the same dye on different bases. So this is Donegal tweed. This is the same color. Whoa! I'm pushing you right off the table. Sorry about that. Because I'm trying to get to my vase. I'm trying to show you something. Get to my vase where I put my yarn. Ugh. I am editing this. I could edit that right out. And if I do, you never knew. What was that?
Everybody's going to get sick.
I know. I know. Seasick. All right. So here are the two yarns. This is the one with the stellina, and this is the Donegal tweed. You can see the neps. See the little neps right there? Cool. Very cool. Very cool. And it's very likely, so I don't know what the proportions of this stellina yarn were because I threw away the thing. But I'll find another one. But it's probably 80% wool, 15% nylon, and 5% stellina is my guess. So this is 85 merino and 15 nep. Anyway, very, very interesting and lovely. Well, I didn't start my hat yet. Oh, I was going to look for my needle upstairs when I was looking for other things. I'll tell you about the other things I was looking for. But it starts out with a 2.5 US size 40-inch needle, which I'm pretty sure I have. And that has to be for Magic Loop to start. And then I think like the first 1 or 2 welts are in size 2.5, and then the hat goes up to a size 4 needle, 16-inch size 4 needle, which I have because I have a little set. Anyway, that's my day 2 yarn going in my thing. Thank you, Megan. I love these experiments that you do. So she says, I thought the girls and you might enjoy painting these and give them as gifts to their parents, grandparents, aunts, etc. Oh, so these are wooden ornaments to be painted. See if the girls, I've got them some painting things and we never did anything with them. I'm really bad about, you know, thinking of things at the store and then not doing them. Thank you, my dear. So we can have a ornament making session. I am not sure if I will have much time with them before Christmas, to tell you the truth. Although I am going to see them for a few minutes tomorrow. I'm going to get them to stand in front of their Christmas tree so I can put it in my montage at the beginning of my show. Ora and I are, and Allison are going to a Christmas concert. Kim has a beautiful voice. My sister-in-law Kim, she was a professional singer for many years, and she's in a very professional, choral group, and they do a Christmas concert. So I'm taking Ora. And it's very near where Allison lives, and so I'm picking her up and we're going, and that's tomorrow. Keep your fingers crossed that Ora has enough energy to do that, because it would be sad if she doesn't. All right, this is my botanical yarns. Oops. Day 2. Yesterday was that highlighter yellow. Ooh. Ooh. This is a much more pastel-y yellow. I wonder if these have names. There was no documentation with this, so presumably they don't have names. Now that is very lovely. That is very lovely. So I am definitely having a grello start to my hat. Now, but do I use stellina yarn or Donegal yarn to go with these yellows? This is very pretty. Very pretty. I'm not worried about getting a little bit late start on the hat. There aren't very many rows of each color on the hat. Maybe maybe 8 rows of each color. I'm not sure. And there are only 22 colors. So I'm not worried about having a late start, in case you were wondering. But I did do an already put in the dog video. So we're getting there advents. So that's the advents for day 2 to a very, very fun and lovely start. Ugh, you're so wiggly. I'm having trouble with my thing today. I told you that I stopped by my local florist shop, which is a lovely, lovely independent florist. I think maybe all florists are independent if you're not doing online stuff. But anyway, and they have a beautiful, fun, lovely gift shop that they turn into a Christmas wonderland, which I have shown you in previous years. And I went there yesterday, day before yesterday, and I took some video, and I'll put a little bit of the video at the end of this talk. But I did buy a few things while I was there. My motifs for Christmas are Christmas trees and Santa Clauses. Those are the things I kind of collect. You'll see a lot of Christmas trees and Santa Clauses. And so I bought a tree. I mean, I have been looking at things, and there are some beautiful trees, big trees. Oh, this has magnets, so when you open it out, it stays. Cool beans. So anyway, and it folds up really flat. And isn't that cool? So I bought this. Some of the things need to be helped to open. Oops, I'll just leave that because it doesn't want to open. Anyway, so that's one thing that I bought. The other thing that I bought that was silly and probably shouldn't have bought, but they had this string of balls. I hope they're plastic, to tell you the truth, but they might be glass. Well, they're too expensive for to be plastic, I guess. But I got this. Oh, and one of them is broken. I should have checked it. One of them is broken. I think that I might take this back because I really like it, but it was $25. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I thought it was beautiful where they had it hanging, and I can figure out a place to hang it. But one of the bulbs is broken, so now I regret saying no when she said, "Do you want a receipt?" They will recognize their thing. No, that's too bad. But anyway, so I thought these were really beautiful, and I will find a place for them after I have them replaced. Okay, the other thing that I bought there, I had those two things, and they were having a sale. Basically, if you spend $50, you get $10 off. For every $50 you spend, you get $10 off, which is a little bit like 20% off, except that if you only spend $75, if you spend $75, you'll get $10 off. There we go. I'm decorated. So when I got to the register to check out, my total came to $42. So I had seen this and I thought, what the heck? It's basically for free. I thought this was so clever. It's just on a stem. In fact, I put it in my poinsettia, and I'm a little bit sorry I did because, of course, it's wet and dirty now on the bottom. But I just thought these were so clever. I didn't pick one up to buy it because I thought I can make this so easily. I was surprised at how many things I saw that were made from yarn. And I took some pictures of them. And this was made from, you know, cord or twine or something. But I just thought this was lovely and fun. And it was, so I thought, well, I'm going to steal the idea. I should at least pay for one so that, you know, the guy who had the idea gets paid. You know, to be fair. And since it turned out to be free, I just thought this was so clever and lovely. And these are just styrofoam balls that are wrapped with this kind of twine, heavy twine, or I don't know what you want to call it. Many, 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 many years ago, like 45, 50 years ago, many years ago, I had some lamps that were sort of the, you know, typical Chinese vase shape lamps, and they were ugly, and I wrapped them just like this, both lamps. I used those lamps for years and years and years. I loved them. They looked great. Anyway, so I saw these and was really tickled with it, and so I bought this. Then last night, I had this, yesterday afternoon, I had this epiphany that maybe I should make some of these, a bouquet of these, with my Advent yarn. I'm not so sure it was a great idea. So I ran to Joanne after I did the dog walk because today's Saturday and I didn't want to go today. And I was, you know, curious how it would work. So I went and bought the ingredients for this, which of course cost me more than they should have, or that I bought more than I should have. So I did a proof of concept last night, not with my Advent yarn. I did it with some of the beige yarn from my blanket, and I think it turned out really cute. Now my problem was that, hold on, my problem was I couldn't find my Elmer's, like my white Elmer's craft glue, which I thought I had. But I did find Elmer's washable school glue that goes on purple. This is a very fun glue. It dries clear just like Elmer's, but it goes on purple so you can see where you've spread it. This is for kids to, you know, glue papers together. Well, I used it to glue this, and I got it all over my fingers. This took me more than an hour. There's a big difference between fingering weight yarn and this, whatever this is. So the other thing, as I was going into my second hour of work to do this, I was thinking that it would be cool to use different weights of yarn too in the bouquet, you know, so it would have some variety. That's what I was telling myself as I'm thinking, I don't know about fingering weight. But, so I got the stems and I got the balls and I got some raffia because you know, to wrap the stems in, and I love what they did with these tendrils. Now that I'm sitting here, these tendrils, I'm thinking, well, I could do an I-cord for the tendrils. And then I thought, well, I could do an I-cord. I could do a big long I-cord before I start wrapping it. That might be fun. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, that's the proof of concept. Took longer than I thought. And I had to use my school glue stick. Not sure how I feel about that. But Dennis, and I don't have But Dennis has wood glue, which is really very much like, except this is waterproof. I don't think it makes any difference. Very much like Elmer's, only you know, it holds tighter, and we'll see how I do using this. He's got lots of it in here, and he is sharing, which is really lovely. And if this works, I guess I'll just keep using it, because he's not doing much with his woodworking, and if he ever needs a lot of Tight Bond 3, he probably would need to get a new one, because this is getting old. So I'm going to try another one with this. Maybe I'll try one of my new yarns. Maybe a light gray Stellina, whatever these are, balls, and see how I do. I mean, it turned out cute. It was obviously not, you know, rocket science to figure out how to do it. I started with a knot at the top, and I put it on the stem at the end after. My fingers got very gluey. Anyway, so I'm thinking about that, but I will be making my hat, don't get me wrong, because my hair looks terrible today, because I wore my hat all day yesterday after I talked to you, because I'm getting chilly. I'm getting chilly. Anyway, I had a lot to talk about today, so I think I'm going to change my mind, and I'm not going to show you the video from the florist till tomorrow, because I don't think I'm going to have very much to talk about tomorrow. If I'm wrong, then it'll just be a long day. The other thing I got, they were having buy two get one free. These are watercolor pads, and I actually don't. These are the perfect size when you fold them over to be cards. So I bought 3. I bought 2 and got 1 free. I'm very sad about that garland that broke. So I'll go back on Monday. They're going to be busy on the weekend. I'll go back on Monday and say, oh, I bought this on Friday, Saturday, Thursday. Bought this on Thursday. When I opened the package, it was broken. And I hope they believe me. And I hope they replace it. My little Christmas tree turned out cute. Very cute. All right, it's still a long video, so I'm going to go stop rambling and wish you all happy Advent Day 2. I hope you liked your whatever. I'm very glad that I had FOMO at the last minute, and thank you for your suggestions on people who still had Advents left. I appreciate that very much. I'm looking forward to seeing the polka dot yarns. I'm at this point saving them for the 12 days of Christmas, which are the 12 days between Christmas and Epiphany. So I'll be stretching out my opening for a while, and that's fun. But meanwhile, oh, I thought there was a... I thought there was a full skein of yarn for Christmas Day. And now, oh, I'll have to ask Karen. She got the same thing. Karen, did you get a full skein of yarn for Christmas Day? Did I put it somewhere I'm not remembering? We'll find out. Meanwhile, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please have a wonderful December, and stay safe and stay sane.